Nice. There we go. Cool, man.
What's up, guys? If you guys want to get started in real estate, but you don't know how to do it around your 9 to 5 job right now, let me tell you one of the ways I use this one simple tool to make more, to do more in less time. I know a lot of people have a hard time finding motivated sellers, finding the properties, and actually finding the phone numbers. This one app wraps all of those things in one, two, just 3 clicks. You can text message the seller of a property without having to do any research on your, on your phone or on your computer. Literally just 3 clicks, you can reach out to sellers. Now, I use this app to leave and quit my 9 to 5 and then go into real estate investing full time. And today I want to share with you some more features that they're constantly doing to help real estate investors go to the next level. That's one thing I love. They actually pay attention to what real estate investors are doing, figure out what our problems are, and then they come alongside us and give us new tricks, new gems to outperform the competition. So you guys welcome Matt Kemp with Deal Machine, and he's going to go over those features with us.
Yeah, Swan, thanks again for having me on, man. I love jumping on here and showing you this stuff. I mean, not only because you've got a phenomenal audience who's like ready to run with this and really take action, but you yourself, I know you're using this stuff every day. So it's cool to like teach you new things and tricks of what we see working. So
absolutely. Yeah, so we just picked up like 22 acres here, and one of the neighbors has a vacant lot of another 8 acres, and it's right beside our football field. We're renting out an area for a football field. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to have another field over there. So once again, I just pulled my Deal Machine app, click, got his phone number, shot him a text message. So
there we go. Love that, man.
Well, heck yeah, man. So what have you guys been cooking up, man?
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, like you said, too, we're always evolving, always adding new stuff. We're listening to you guys, hearing what you want, and be able to use that feedback on how we're building the product. So really excited to share a lot of this stuff. It's literally, I mean, it's all brand new. You haven't even seen most of this stuff that I'm going to show off here. So it's dropping, when this goes live, it's just going live now as well. Really excited to be able to show off all this stuff for you guys. So let me try to share my screen here, and I can get really specific on a lot of this stuff. So let me try this out here. So let me know if you can see my screen here.
Yep, we got it.
Got it. Cool. Awesome, man. So just to kind of start off with, I mean, again, if you haven't heard of Deal Machine yet, our whole goal is to give everyone the power of real estate investing. That's our one-line mission as a company. We were known originally as the Driving for Dollars app, and since then have continued to continue to find new ways to help you close more off-market deals. And so, from a Driving for Dollars standpoint, we're still best in class there, still very much focused on making an awesome mobile experience as well as desktop experience. You can go out and drive for dollars. You can virtually drive for dollars in the app. You can do a lot of really cool stuff there. But the other thing that we've always heard feedback from is for the people who aren't going to go out and drive, like the people who just aren't taking that extra step and be able to get out and hustle for whatever reason. There are many reasons why you may not be able to. We want to make it easy for you guys. We want to give, data just at your fingertips to jump in and just very quickly take action on looking at data and understanding, hey, what can I do to pull a really qualified list of motivated sellers and really stack data on top of each other to come up with that list. And
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
a lot of this stuff inside of the app, believe it or not, I have a virtual assistant who helps me out inside of Deal Machine. So this is already interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you're gonna love this, man. So we created a list builder a little while ago, which you may have noticed that button for list builders not the top bar in this version. List builder, it used to be you click on that, it would lay over on top of the app, and you'd have almost an experience within Deal Machine all on its own just for that. Now what we've done here is we've taken list builder and built it into the map. Now it's way easier to use it, where when you jump on the map here, you're not just driving for dollars, but you can also think about how can I use data to really, again, build that list and pull that list immediately in addition to driving for dollars, if you're gonna take that approach. Nice. So inside the app, what you can do right here is you'll notice like you've got this top bar, this filter bar, and I'll go over all this here in a second. You've got this right side browsing bar. So you've got like a browsing option right here to dig into deals. And then you've got this bottom bar, which is showing you how many properties are fitting the criteria you're putting in there.
Nice.
So that entire interface is brand new. How people are going to be using it is, you think just, high level, broad area. Okay, let me start with an a zip code, a city, a county, a general area. So you can go in here and just say, hey, let me see South City, St. Louis to start off with, 63109. Click on that zip code, and it's going to take me there and outline that exact criteria that I'm talking about right away. Like, it's going to immediately just fit that particular criteria. And you can put in multiple zip codes. If you want to do that, 63116 is right next to it. So you can go in there and
Yeah, no,
do that.
this is perfect, because I always tell my students, like, it's tough to break into a new market doing a new thing, and you have 2 million people in your county. So one way we always help people to like target is to figure out where the cash transactions are happening. And so we show people how to find, that hot zip code,
Yep.
so that way you can focus in on, where to market, not just marketing everywhere. So this is awesome.
There we go. So you'll notice, like, I've got blue pins in there as well. Those are all leads that I've added to Deal Machine before. I've got some different color lines. That's me driving for dollars, and it's tracking your route when you drive around. So you'll notice the map's got a little bit of marking on it already in this area, since I'm in St. Louis and doing stuff there. But what you will notice that's new is, as I continue to add this criteria at the bottom here in real time, it's going to tell you exactly how many properties fit what you're putting in there. So you've got, again, we started off, we got 63109, we got 63116, fantastic. You'll see properties start to pop up that you can browse and just add from right here as you go as well, and make it really easy to just kind of, have a browsing experience in addition to that. But this top bar is where we're going to be spending most of your time. So you put in that zip code, awesome. You're 27,000 properties. It's a pretty big list. Let's get a little more targeted. So you jump down, you can see you've got quick filters, you've got property type filters, you've got pricing in terms of estimated value, listing, sale price, all of that, bed, bath information, the more button right here, which you can dig into all types of data here. But all these things, again, you're going to layer that on top of each other. So that way you're looking for that intersection of properties that fit all these different factors. And that's going to give you a higher and higher chance of them being a motivated seller, right? Nice. So to really begin with from here, I always start with that area. I then go into property type, and that way I can, you can focus on multifamily. You talked about land, that being an option. You've got all kinds of different property types to dig into right there. And there's more over here if you really want to get specific, but I'll just start off with single family, and you'll see that went down from 27,000 down to 20,000 right away. And it's that fast, going to be able to quickly continue to filter down further and further for you. This more button, what's awesome, Sawan, is we actually have literally almost doubled the amount of data points you can work with now. So we used to have, it was like 70 plus data points. Now you've got over 150 different motivations that you can tap into. Nice. And that's everything from, like, you can go in here and look at property characteristics. You've got 32 different new property characteristics you can dig into. You've got, yeah, this is huge. You're gonna love this stuff, man.
Yeah, this is key, because it's like, the big guys, like the top guys, they're really focusing like where they send their mail to, because realistically, not everybody we market to is motivated. But if you can stack some of these lists, tax information, water, if you can stack, sales history, if you can stack, lien information, if you can stack 4 or 5 different lists, and then that's essentially, it makes your list smaller. So you're like targeting the right person, the real motivated sellers.
Yep, exactly. So, and then the more factors you put on top of it, the more and more odds that person is looking to sell. So
absolutely.
And here's that other property type data. You can look at hundreds of different property types, very niche, RV parks, campgrounds, things like that in there. But you talk about tax information. We've got tax delinquencies, all that type of stuff you can tap into, foreclosure info, again, MLS data, transaction history, rehab and repair data a little bit right here, lien information, so all kinds of different lien types. So you've got a ton of really, really niche things you can dig into there. Or to make it really, really easy for you, we also have this quick filter button. And so this quick filter button, if you want to get in there and look at things again, like the MLS different types, or expired listings is a big one, or cash buyers you've got right there to see what cash buyers in that area, things like free and clear and high equity to tap into. Again, tax delinquencies, foreclosure statuses, probate, senior owner, retired landlord, all kinds of different motivators that you can stack on top of each other, whether it be property criteria, so like things about the house itself, or seller criteria, things like the tax status, or the the length of ownership, or the equity in that property, things like that. So you've got a ton of different data points to work with to just start to continue to build this property list and say, hey, yeah, show me the single family homes that are free and clear and senior owned. Cool. Now I went from 27,000 properties down to 6,000, and we're getting, more and more and more niche and specific. So
that's a fact. Nice.
Awesome. So, and then also too, on our old one, we had the draw tool as well. That's always super helpful if you want to get really specific and, look at, just one part of the neighborhood. Like, you can jump in here and use the draw tool to just say, hey, show me everything on these couple blocks right here. And, you'll see like, oh, now I'm down to 18 properties that fit that criteria, and keep going from there. So
now real quick question. I'm pretty sure you can, because a lot of the times what I like to do is let people, we just closed on a new rental in Winston-Salem, and it's like in this little subdivision. And of course, it's almost like the perfect, kind of rental neighborhood for us. So let's say I do that, right? Let's say I draw those lines like that. I'll be able to enter all of those addresses, and will I be able to export that list if I need to get it to my assistant for something?
Absolutely. Well, once you have those properties, so I've got 18 right here. I just hit build list at the bottom, confirm build, and it usually takes about 10 seconds or less. And that's going to there we go. Got the list already. Click view list, and it's going to take you to this leads tab, which, if you're driving for dollars, if you're pulling lists, however you're adding your leads, they all go right here. Even if you import a list or manually add them one at a time, they all go right here. So you've got 18 leads to tap into. Okay, cool. They fit that particular criteria. Awesome. I select them. I go down and I export those leads, and there you go. They're off to the races.
Nice.
So,
nice. I love it.
Cool. So that's part one, is the map itself and how you interact with that, how you use that list builder. That's just so much more seamless. Now, as you look into the individual properties, what you'll notice is, not only did we enhance, criteria and data on the map itself, but the properties themselves as well have gotten a whole facelift. You click on that individual property, and you've got a property card right here. Nice. And, you'll be able to, again, the whole goal is to make it really quick and easy to just consume and look at this data and see the most important info at the top of the card right here. And especially for the newbie, like, make it easy for you to kind of pick that out. If you're a more advanced investor, you can also dig into the information more and just click on more info and look and see more about that property. And really, nice. You've got the ability to jump further into, information about the land, information about the property itself, information about the tax, situation, the estimated repair and rehab costs, HOA info if we have it. So nice. You've got a lot of different things.
This is really peculiar, because I get a lot of people that ask me like, hey, how do I know this is like the real information about this property? But it looks like you got the parcel ID and how big the lots are. This almost looks like county records.
Yep. A lot of it's coming right from that. So
nice. That's what's up.
Yep. So right there, I mean, that, again, the goal is make it easy for people to look at, to use. We give you some like estimated value information as well, to give you kind of a range of what that could look like. But, I think like that kind of revamped property card is super helpful for looking at everything from info about the property itself to info about the situation that the owner is in.
Oh yeah, no, I think that makes it. See, the hardest part is about real estate investing. There's so many different softwares and websites and places that you can and could and might need to go to do one particular thing, which is find motivated sellers. I like that we can do that inside of, one app, versus having, especially when you're trying to grow a team. Because, the more softwares, the more passwords, the more softwares, the more, your monthly
complication.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the more complicated it is. So to try to train somebody to do that, but you have it all right here. And I really like the property card. That's cool. I like that. Because we use those on our disposition website to sell the information.
There we go.
To the buyer. So I really like the property card. That's cool.
Love that. Yeah, helps inform the end buyer when you're wholesaling like that. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you nailed it there. Our whole goal is to just simplify this, make it, one-stop shop for your whole team to jump into this. You also mentioned, being able to come in and just make it easy to use, right? Like these property tags as well. These are new too. So that way you can look at a property quickly and see like, oh yeah, it's free and clear. We've got high equity tags. We've got, tags like, let me see other examples here. Recently sold, absentee owned, just things that right away it'll call out different things that are important about that property. And that way you can really see, hey, what's the deal? What's the situation with this particular property? So, and also show you like when you pull that list, where that came from. So,
Super.
cool. So enhanced, map, enhanced property card. Awesome. Next piece that I'm really, and this one's the game changer, really excited to show this off, is we've got the property card going on, which is the address itself, right? But we've never had much information about the people behind that property, about the investors themselves, about the owners themselves.
Yeah.
Now we have unveiled here the contact card. And so you'll see right here, here's the mailing address, Karen, also associate person, Karen. It'll tell you, is it likely owner? Is it a likely renter? Is it a family member? Is it a resident? Like these different tags about the individual. And when you click on that, and again, that's like kind of a high level overview. But when you click into this is a tool that's going to help you be really the ultimate prep tool for any kind of marketing, any kind of cold call. Really, you get to know the person behind this property. So you click on Karen, and you'll see things like, hey, they've got a home business. You'll see, demographic information about that person.
Oh yeah, this is where the real sales negotiator comes in. Because I always tell the guys on my team is like the best question that you can ask is a question that you know the answer to already. And so when you have information like this in front of you while you're talking to them, you can almost lead the seller down the pathway that you want them to go and build relationships so that way you can bring the wall down to get that deal. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so we've got tags up there to understand more about this person, the demographic information, their portfolio. So in terms of building a cash buyers list, now you can see their entire portfolio right there. The level that we can help you pull the cash buyers list now is phenomenal compared to even what it used to be. So really helping you understand, do they own multiple properties and all of that. You'll see this personal information down here, more demographic info to work with, so you'll really get to know this person. And again, you don't have to blanket entire areas with marketing now. You can just look and really get specific about how you speak to them with your marketing and with your actual calling and negotiating in the entire process. So everything from, again, like age, the marital status, the education, occupation, that type of stuff, net assets, all that type of stuff right there for you to be able to, again, do your research and get to know that person before you even reach out to them.
Oh yeah, that's extremely valuable right there. Now I will tell you guys, these kind of softwares are meant to leverage you guys, meant to multiply, not add your efforts. So when you're using softwares like this, you should be able to do more, right? Market to more people, make more offers, get more deals on the contracts, with simple clicks and simple conversations. So what we're going to do for you to make sure you guys have first access to this before everybody else finds out about it, I'm going to be sure to leave the link below for you guys, or you can simply go to dealmachine.com/taking action, so that way you guys can start taking action on this and start making offers to sellers.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna leave another link to a video right here, and it's gonna explain to you how I'm using Deal Machine right now in 3 ways that nobody else is doing it, so that way you guys can maximize with the app today.
Yep. So really quick here too, the final bomb to drop here for you, man. This is one that is going to be very, very exciting. You may have noticed, like, as I was going through this demographic information, you had phone numbers right here already ready to go for you.
Yeah.
So looking at this, going through all of this, you'll notice like those phone numbers on every single contact. You are getting, with Deal Machine now, unlimited free skip tracing.
Ooh, let's go.
So that's the big one, man.
That is the big one. That's top dog. That's top dog.
How much you think you're spending?
I literally just pulled a list of 10,000 vacant addresses. So hey, yeah, that's lit.
Well, I'd say how much do you think you guys spend on skip tracing each month?
Bro, so that list right there, we pull lists every single month. Okay. So I like at the beginning of the year, Sarah, we like preload what we're gonna pull that month. Some months is smaller list, some months is bigger. But pre-foreclosures, we probably have, 200 a week that we're pulling. Probates, we probably have another 200 a week that we're pulling, and then bigger lists that we pull every few months. Like I said, this month we just pulled it was like 11,000 and some change. So
Wow.
realistically, that list, will cost us about $2,500 to skip trace that list right there.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
and I mean, mind you, I had to pay. I buy the list, right? So there's a cost for that, and then I pay my virtual assistant to scrub down the list. So there's a cost to have her do that, and
Yep.
then we get the phone numbers. You know,
Yep.
so that's extremely useful that I'm about to maximize.
Yep. Yep.
Literally on this call, I was just thinking, dang, I'm not using Deal Machine enough.
Well, to make it even sweeter for you, I mean, that's the whole goal is no one wants to be nickel and dime, right? Like no one wants to have to keep paying for this and they have to reskip down the
Absolutely.
road because the data accuracy gets worse down the road. Really, the whole goal with this is just to make it as simple and as possible with the pricing. And, think of it kind of like Amazon Prime, where you become a member and you get free shipping all the time. Hey, if you're a Deal Machine member, you don't have to pay for skip tracing anymore.
Absolutely.
You are good to go. Where even our starter package, I know that's $99 a month on Deal Machine. You get 10,000 leads with that, and those 10,000 leads, that's 10,000 free skip traces right there for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
that's solid.
even normally, I mean, good luck. You might find like 10 cents a skip for decent skip tracing data, like
Yeah.
usually more than that. So that's $1,000 in free value right there built into Deal Machine for you. So
Absolutely. No, that's a fact. I absolutely love that. Now that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal for me. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm sitting here about to message Sarah and say, hey, let's load that list up in Deal Machine real quick.
there we go, man. Love it. Yeah. And even the way that we're skip tracing now too, it's we want you to change the way you think about data. Like don't even, think of it as a skip trace anymore, because the way skip traces work traditionally is that you buy this one-off data tied to the individual property, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to, like, it just shows you, that's why you get a whole bunch of numbers. It's all the numbers that were associated with that property at a certain point. Whereas now our whole goal is to have this data tied to the person. And we've really matched people with addresses to show you, okay, this number is going to follow this individual around no matter where they live.
Yeah.
And now it just matches up to the address that they're at now. So,
Yeah. Yeah, because I will say
yeah.
like the thing is about skip tracing, when you have like if you get 9 or 10 different numbers, like it might be like an auntie who used the address for a cell phone bill, or you know what I mean? It might be like the son, who's 10 years old that has his first cell phone, versus getting to the real like person.
The actual owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that one-off skip trace in the past has been very static and tied to the address, whereas this is dynamic and tied to the person itself, no matter where they move. So that's how we're pulling it off. But
awesome. I absolutely love it, man. Hey, Matt, we appreciate your time and sharing that with us and how we can take our businesses to the next level. If you guys want to get into real estate, right, whether you are at zero and you've never done a deal before, or whether if you've done 100 deals, or whether you've done hundreds, this is one of those like secrets. This is one of those, like this is like the sauce that you add to your nuggets or your chicken, and adds a little flavor to it, allows you to do more business, make bigger deals. I'm using it, and a lot of my mentees and my friends are using it as well. And I suggest that you go ahead and guys get it. Like I said, dealmachine.com/taking action, so that way you guys can take advantage of this software. Okay. Hey, Matt, we'll see you on the next one. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Awesome, bro.
All right.